Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Midwest Motorsports Road Series for Tuesday night. Sorry if I was clipping there. I'm James J., joined by Adam Sondag. Adam, it's time for round 6 of the Midwest Motorsports Road Series. We're at Daytona. Looks like it's daylight outside, although the headlights are on the Porsche Cups. Congratulations to everybody that's started tonight. Adam, what are we going to see? We got half a lap to warm up.
James, we're going to see 3 wide.
Outside of 4, outside of 3, middle 3.
And every NASCAR turn, I think we're going to see 3 wide. The boys tested some 3 wide action out in Sebring, and I think they're ready to bring it down here to Daytona.
I hope so. Jason Wahlberg's leading the points with Francis Faustino second. Looks like Shane McNeely and my timing just went blank. It's all good. Who's on the outside pole?
We've got Jack Lucas and Justin Flagg on the
Justin
front.
Flagg.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Jack Lucas continuing a hot run.
We're exciting. We're gonna have some exciting action tonight. Nick Moffitt leads Kyle Ryan in the AM division. Look at Jack Lewis, Jason Wahlberg in the all black. Jay McNeely, row 2. We got a full field tonight. We're about to go green. All Porsche Cups, pros and AMs on the track at the same time in the same car. Pace car is going to pull off. Full field. I'm pumped up. We're at Daytona, a familiar track. I'm expecting lots of high-speed action and top first-class racing. 1 pit stop. We're going to go green for 1 hour. And we're green. Shea McNeely pulls up on the back of Jack Lucas. The inside of turn 1. Got a stacked field. There are 3 wide. We got blinkers. Like Francis Faustino. Who's that blinking? That's unfortunate. 3 wide spinner.
Oh, somebody's going around. Looks like
Somebody's
Francis
pit
potentially.
maneuver. Oh, no, pit maneuver on himself.
Oh,
That's not a
no.
good way to start.
Make sure everybody else got through there okay. Looks like they did.
Good job. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Francis. I think he was on the inside of, or in the middle of 3 wide. There's not a place you go 3 wide on the first lap, but you got to be aware of your surroundings.
Well,
now
I
he's
told
got
you
some makeup to do.
I told you they're ready to go 3 wide. I'm
You called it. No
only a little bit of irony in my voice.
I did see the practice times, though, and the practice session last night, and Francis Faustino was the fastest of all who practiced. I don't know if Jack Lucas and Shea McNeely were there, but they are checking out. Big lead already.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, currently our overlays are having an issue with OBS from the Stream PC, so bear with us. We will eventually get that, but the guy with the keys to those is on track putting down laps.
Awesome. I'm really glad Josh gets to race some this season, too.
Absolutely.
There's Steve Hansel.
Your points software developer.
Right. Big shout out. Steve's done a lot of coding on making our mms.racing website awesome. Look at Jesse Coffey under pressure with 2 wide in front. Here we go across the start-finish line to start lap 2. And discretion, the better part of valor for the time being. We're still 2 wide on the entry, and that's about survival right there. Just make it through these first couple of laps, right? I mean, I think especially these pros, a lot of these guys have done, as I say that, we got a late break. As I say that, a lot of these guys have done the Daytona 24-hour iRacing event. So
Right.
I expect some experience with all these guys.
Yeah, a lot of laps logged here. People should be fairly familiar with it. Patrick Grover and Kyle Ryan mixing it up with the top 10 overall. Here's Patrick between Christopher Rowe and Jesse Coffey, mainstays of the Pro Division. Speaking of mainstays, we've got our good friend, my friend and yours, Jason Phillips, back in action tonight. He's looking pretty racy right here.
Welcome back to the club, Jason. I've got a clip that's rendering now for the play. We talked a little bit before the race. He's excited to be back. We have a spinner. PJ Barzak looks like he's gone around in the bus stop. I heard there's been some changes to the curbing and the Daytona chicane, Le Mans chicane, I should say, or...
Yeah, I don't believe they've changed this to match the current configuration where the grass is removed. It's entirely asphalt, but I believe that change also brought about the different curbing where those curbs are a lot more dynamic in how they're modeled and aggressive. So you can definitely, I think, get the car unsettled, and especially as we've seen with these Porsche Cup cars, once you get that wheel hop, it's hard to tame that down, especially at speed.
And especially if you have Michael Odell breathing down your neck. He's got it around Shea McNeely. Look, he's breathing down Jack Lucas' neck. It's all good. There's a 65 again. Coming up with Jesse Coffey.
Yeah, watching Patrick Grover following Jesse Coffey right now. Christopher Rowe up ahead. Oh no, there goes Patrick. Somehow he got bumped.
You did it this time.
I didn't. I have nothing. That's got nothing to do with me.
All good.
I will never order a hit on Patrick Grover. Patrick, you have my word.
All good, Patrick. Gather it back up. Find the gear, brother. Let's go. Track him down. Trying to get a replay. Looks like coming out of the West Horseshoe. All by
Yeah,
himself.
I think that. Let's see
On
here
power.
what happens.
No touch, just on power. Stepping
Yeah,
on the gas pedal.
Yeah, trying to put the power down. I believe got onto the curbing there, trying to get the power down. I think that's what we'll see. But I was going to say, in these early laps, we have seen just differences in braking markers, and that can cause a little bit of confusion as people just sort of have different ideas of when the car in front of them might brake. And that's something that we've seen before in multi-class cars. But I think still even with being single class, there's still, people are more confident braking a little deeper in the Pro Division with 2,000 plus ratings than folks lower than that. So still have to be prepared to leave some gap.
Look at the top 6 cars, all line and stern. Seventh. 2 seconds back. Shea McNeely, Jack Lucas, Michael Odell, Jason Phillips, Jason Wahlberg, and Justin Flagg. Oh, those are some fast drivers. Nose to tail. Oh my gosh, what a race we have going in Midwest Motorsports. And
we've got a real murderer's row up there.
No doubt. Top 10. Alex Croker, Steven Ansel, David Stark, and Jason Geyer. Don't forget, all these pros are super fast. For instance, a lap down looks like he's been in the pits. It's unfortunate. Great shot going through the Le Mans chicane.
Yeah, I think they also changed. Oh no,
1,
who
2,
was that?
3, 4, 5, 6.
Justin Flagg.
Justin Flagg
there in the. Again, I think with this change, you're not going to get a lot of damage just because the ability to create friction with the asphalt and slow the car down if it's sideways is going to be a lot better than in the grass. But not a way you want to use your tires, and you don't want to lose touch with everybody else like that.
I guess the Porsche Cup, to be fair, it was not an offer in the iRacing event. So maybe again, we've had issues with the dampening and the suspension, the rocket launches. It just handles the curbing different.
Yeah, and it's very similar now. They've definitely brought it closer to with, the adding the driver assist to bringing it to a GT3 machine. But still some slight differences.
This is going to be good for Justin Flagg to try to get through the track as Nathan Weston follows him through. Here we are
Here's
back
the
up front.
overtake from Shea. He's in third at this position.
Double slipstream. Around the outside.
He hit the side draft. Jason Phillips looking for an opportunity there. Slide in the fourth. That is a very racy pack. A shame that Justin Flagg dropped off of this pack there in that incident, but
Yeah.
what a nice move from Shea McNeely using that draft. You're gonna have to get him on the ovals.
And I'm sure that everybody in that front group noticed. Maybe they'll put that in their pocket for later on as the race progresses.
Yeah, the draft is pretty good for this car. It's definitely useful.
Just one of the opportunities they might have.
Well, it looks like
You know,
they're
I
getting
think-
a run behind.
Here we go
Here comes
again.
the run.
On the outside is Jack Lucas.
Yeah.
So that means he's going to have to go back. You know, I've seen a lot of Spec Miata races, Spec Racer Ford, Spec Formula races even, where it really is just lead, follow, work together as a group, and then fight it out after the pit stop or fight it out for the last 5 minutes. So this is spec racing at a high level
Absolutely.
in virtual world.
Yeah, I hear you there. The Spec Miata, Spec Miata races at Daytona are easy highlight of the year coming out of hibernation.
Look at Kyle Ryan. What an amazing, awesome race we're watching. And I can't tell who's right behind him. I mean, is this the race?
That's
Moffett
Alex
and-
Crocker joining for the
Alex
first
Crocker.
time in the Lightning McQueen.
And is that Pablo behind him? No. That Nick Moffett behind him?
That is Steve Hansel and Jason Geyer
Jason Geyer. I don't know why I didn't recognize Jason. Sorry.
and
Thank you.
David Stark, and then Nick Moffett running second currently
Okay.
in the AM division.
Look at Kyle way up in the pros, mixing it up with the pros. I
He's
mean, that
been-
puts Kyle in the top 10.
Yeah, he's
Sorry
been
about
up
the
around the
overlay.
top 10 all season really, unless he's gotten in trouble. Justin Flagg on the return action, hoping to get back forward. Here's where he spun. You can see taking a lot of curbing. Pablo Araya currently running third. More action going into turn one. This group, I
Michael
believe, will
O'Dell.
keep changing positions just as the... Oh, my goodness.
Clear for takeoff, Michael O'Dell. You are clear for takeoff.
You can sky the Porsche Cup car out as long as the wheels are going straight and the car's moving straight.
You know, and I've seen that happen before when people spin. Luckily, you're right. It was on a straightaway.
Yeah.
Those wheels would have been straight when you landed, but we've seen
And-
much less air and spin out from landing.
As far as I've seen, the correction is to try to steer into the hop, try to eliminate that slip angle, that movement laterally, but we might not see three wide for a while, James.
I'll tell you what, if you like what you're seeing, give us a like. You see everybody on YouTube, thanks again for checking us out, as always. Or not, we might not even be like, well, yeah. So, once again, give us a like. We go in car. Thanks again for joining us. We're glad to bring this to you as we're still airing it out. I see Ian. Good to see you, buddy. You're welcome to come back. We miss you already. Jack Lucas gives Michael O'Dell a bump draft. We see that in Spec Miata. We see that in other formulas. Not Formula Spec, obviously. Inside, it's going to look at the run. Dave McNeely. Yeah, speaking of three wide, what was that you were saying, Adam? Middle three.
There we go. Inside.
Jack Lucas not giving it up, though. Dave McNeely's forced wide. Now look at Jason Wahlberg going around the outside. of Shane McNeely, or trying to at least. And Jason Phillips has a front row seat of the top 4 battling it out in front of him. And Jason Phillips with a 3-second lead over Christopher Rowe. Then again, that 3-way battle for Jesse Coffey, Alex Crocker, and Steve Hansel goes on. Look at the top 5. There it is.
Oh! Nick Moffitt just flirting with the grass a little more than is comfortable.
Nick Moffitt trying to decide where to go. Got a roadblock in front of him. Well, meanwhile, Kyle Ryan is just up right in front of him, not too far. Is that Kyle Ryan right in front of him? Kyle Ryan next.
Kyle Ryan's up the road a bit. Looks like going through 3, 4.
Oh, 12 seconds.
Oh, nope. Coming out of NASCAR 2, going into the bus stop.
So I've sorted my timing and scoring to pros and AMs, not as the whole group. So apologies for that. My confusion. But I'm loving the racing that we're seeing on action on screen.
Yeah, bear with us. We're down on data as the OBS system on the stream PC is not responsive, and the only guy that can access it is putting down heaters. He's 9th currently in the AM division.
That's awesome. I know he'll be glad to have that. I'm actually wearing my Williams Martini hat, Formula One hat right now, as a matter of fact. So good to see Josh Watt out there putting the laps down, like you said, Adam.
Shaken or stirred?
Martinis? No, yeah. I'm straight.
None?
Or neat. Yeah,
Okay.
I want it on the rocks or neat. However it comes, right out of the bottle. Give me a straw and I'm good.
I can't really pretend I drink martinis, so.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I'm a big Felipe Massa fan, so that's where the hat came from. And Frank Williams was the owner, obviously with his spinal cord injury. So a lot of respect for him. Yes, Josh Watt pulls down to let, I think that's Araya, right? No,
it's got Christopher Hopper there, who had
Hopper.
an incident earlier, but here he goes. I think Hopper released his own
69.
mobile game for his sci-fi novel series. So if you love Chris Hopper, download his app. I think a lot of members of this league would download Chris Hopper if they could. I can find it out in a moment.
All good, no stress. I was about to look it up myself.
I think it's, I believe it's Ruins of Earth.
I'm glad Christopher Hopper is joining us tonight. I'm glad he's racing. I'm glad he put a smack down on Josh Watt, saying, Josh, step up your game, buddy. Meanwhile, Alex Crocker giving a push.
He's getting a push from Steve Hansel.
That's right.
That's how good our admins are here. They'll help you out.
Ciao. Yeah, Risey, set you up to pass you. He wanted the slipstream. Didn't make it work. That's Steve Hansel giving a little finger wave in the rear view. Saying, hello, buddy. I got you. Let's go. I want to go around the outside.
Yeah, it is the Ruins of Earth mobile game, so check that out. Hopper, I'll send you where to send the bill or send the check.
Huge fan. Christopher Hopper. His books are awesome. Podcast is awesome. His music's awesome. He's an awesome dude, a big part of Midwest Motorsports. We're glad he's racing. Hasn't had the best season, hasn't been able to participate or practice as much as he would like to. Of course, life takes priority in most of our lives as well. So I'm glad that everybody gets to spend time with us tonight, including you, including these top 5, 6 that are now all stuck together still from lap 1. These guys have battled it out into the Le Mans chicane, coming up on lap traffic just ahead of Michael Odell. Oh my gosh. Lap after lap for 60 minutes, these guys are turning lap times within a tenth of a second of each other. Now, who do you follow? Michael Odell goes up high. Try to get a slipstream off of, not sure exactly who we're coming up on. Michael Odell takes over the lead. Or no, that's Shane McNeely. He's in the front now. Oh, it's Michael.
I believe that's Eric up high there. Eric Hagel.
Thanks,
But
Eric.
We'll call that 3 wide. I'm calling it 3 wide and taking it.
Yeah. I agree. It was for a split second. Good sportsmanship, Eric. We appreciate you.
We can't say to take a shot every time it's 3 wide, but I'd say do something nice for yourself every time it's 3 wide.
Ooh, Lord. Here at Daytona, before the pit
Look
stop,
at this.
we'd be tipsy. It's awesome.
This is a great pack here. 1 through 5. It was a nice, perfect 6-pack until Justin Flagg lost it going through the Le Mans chicane, the bus stop. He's still working, but he is, what is he now, about 20 seconds back of this group. 20 seconds back at least of Michael O'Dell, so some work to do, not out of the question. I believe there are about 48 minutes. No. What do we have for time here?
Good question. Here we are, 19 minutes in. Not even at the 20-minute mark just yet.
Oh, there we go.
The pit window opens about 20 minutes in, closes at 40 minutes. So, Adam, if you're in this top 5, do you pit with everybody? Do you wait and go a lap longer? You wait for traffic?
You know, I assume all the Porsche spotters are up there and they're getting ready to call when the Porsche guys are going to go in. They're going to try to pit as one manufacturing group. I think with the tow being what it is here, the reason they have a gap to Christopher Rowe and Jesse Coffey is the efficiency of this pack together working and creating that draft around the NASCAR turns. So I would try to stay together, I believe. You can hear the tires groaning as they take those turns, just getting a little warm, right on the edge of grip.
If the tire's talking to you, it's happy. A happy tire is a squeaky tire. Most of the time, unless it's screaming at you. We got a little bit of a break now. It looks like the top 2, Shea and Jason Phillips, have broken away from Jason Wahlberg, Jack Lukes, and Chris Rowe behind. Now Shea McNeely. Nope. Oh, that's 2 and 3. Sorry, my bad. 1 and 2 have broken away, which is Michael O'Dell and Shea McNeely. But it looks like Jack Lukes caught right back up to him in the slipstream. But I thought the gap was bigger than it is. This is Daytona. It's going to be a little bit of ebb and flow.
Yeah, Jason pulled right back in with a nice deep break, but I don't think I'd want to lose Michael O'Dell and Shea McNeely. Thank you, Josh, for pitting and fixing OBS. Everybody say thank you, Josh, in the chat.
Thank you, Josh. Yep. You're right. You do not want to lose the slipstream. Michael O'Dell up front doesn't have a lot to say about the matter, but he's just driving his best. Hopefully, Wahlberg and Lucas can keep up. Jason Phillips, first time back in a long time. I have his audio coming. Nope, not yet. It will be coming. We will hear from Jason very soon. Glad he's back.
Yeah, we're always looking for great guys who are fast and even great guys who aren't that fast to join the league.
Signups are always open and always free. Midwest-motorsports.com is where you can find us.
Here's a good guy who's still up 4 positions after pitting and fixing the stream PC. Back out on track. These modern cars, you have to reset them now. Get all the equipment working. And just like that, Jason Phillips is tucked right back in. Nobody trying to venture out on the tri-oval. Now Jason Phillips will go and at least think about taking the outside. Like if he did, Jason Wahlberg was ready to go with him. Michael Liddell a little wide. Shea McNeely not able to get the run to push it. As they head through the infield, through the kink.
All right, I mean, the pit window. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you can see how the gap they have back to Christopher Rowe in that shot. Christopher Rowe is not slow.
Only 6 seconds back. I wouldn't count him out to reach back in this top 5. And what a great run for Jesse Coffey as well, just outside of the top 5. Here in 7th, he's by himself now. There's Kyle Ryan. Great run for Kyle. Are you kidding me? Up in 8th overall. Nice run, Kyle. Lots of practice paying off. Patrick Grover, after earlier spin, made it back up to 7th in class. A few seconds behind Pablo Araya. Oh no, Michael Liddell. Did he pit?
It looks like Michael Liddell did pit. So he's going to try for an early stop. So Shea McNeely carries on leading the pack. Jason Wahlberg now shuffles into the 2nd position to put on pressure. Jason Phillips in support and Jack Lucas right there for any table scraps. That might be Hopper behind him there. Might be somewhere else. Christopher Rowe is only a couple seconds back from that pack. See where Michael Liddell has shuffled back out. He shuffled out in 15th.
The good news is for Michael that he's by himself, not in traffic. We'll see where these other guys come in and where they come out in relation to Michael Liddell and in relation to other pit traffic too. Now, we've seen this season already, a couple of guys come into the pits and then come out in traffic and lose the draft or lose the slipstream or lose the group that they were racing with, losing many positions. So we have more pitters. As the pit window closes, I think the longest we've seen anybody go is about 40 minutes. So if anybody's looking for a long overcut, the 40-minute mark is about how long one full tank of fuel lasts. Meanwhile, these top 4 have come out and decide to stay out. So we're at least looking at a 2-lap overcut here. We've seen this happen before. Shea McNeely is...
Jason Geyer in. Looks like he'll need a new front end.
Oh.
He's got a meatball currently.
You know, I heard his girlfriend just got a new front end. Maybe it was the top end that was rebuilt. I'm not sure, but I like the paint on him, so hopefully he's got it painted up already. Sorry about that. I was distracted. I'll use the new parts every now and then.
I know I could.
Look at Jason Phillips up in P2.
Trading positions with Jason Wahlberg there. Justin Flagg continuing to try, pushing back forward into the top 10. He's going to be right up on top of that wheel.
In the slipstream, right on his bumper, he's giving a little push draft, bump draft. Unfortunate for Justin Flagg. Out of position for where he wants to be. We know he's fast, battling with, I think that's Nick Moffitt right behind him. Which
Yeah,
means
Nick Moffitt's in a great spot to pick up some learning from these two fast guys. Kyle Ryan is currently in the pits, so Nick Moffitt is leading, yet to stop. A lot of activity on pit road currently. Christopher Rowe, Jesse Coffey, Jason Phillips, CJ Barzak, Kyle Ryan, Alex Crocker, Chris Goldsmith, we haven't seen in a while. Welcome back, Chris. Travis Rhodes and Michael Harris. So looks like Kevin Mayer also into pit. So it's pretty busy down there right now. The top 7 overall cars, which is the top 6 in Pro and the first place car in the AM division, are all yet to pit. Michael Odell went in on lap 14. It looks like Shea McNeely, Jack Lucas, and Jason Wahlberg are all coming.
now's the time.
So they come
Where are
in
they
at the
gonna come
end of lap 16. Where is Michael Liddell? He's going through Le Mans, so
Time will tell. Do they take tires? Do they not take tires? Let's see. Michael Odell, his stop. That's one advantage. You guys might be able to have timing and scoring up and can tell if Michael Odell took tires or not.
there they go.
And adjust. Whoa. Drag race.
It looks like they
25.
might.
They'll do the same thing.
They're going to be out potentially. Well, let's see. Here he
As far as
comes. It's
tires
going to
go.
be close, but they might.
Lost
Yeah,
it.
he's going to have lost 2 seconds. About a second and a half here as they go through this section. We'll see how the tire being up to temp works for him.
Overcut plus tire warm up. That's absolutely right. 25 second stop for everybody, including Michael Odell. Michael Odell's a 25. Everybody else in the 24s, but less than a second apart. So this is going to get him in the slipstream. Josh Watt might provide the slipstream that they need by the time they get on the main straight to the Le Mans chicane. Francis Faustino also in this to help provide some heat. But Jack Lucas comes out of the pits with the lead. Shea McNeely right behind him. Michael Odell wondering where it went wrong. He hasn't been able to make a tenth of a second up, and now he's got 3 or 4 seconds to, well, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds to make up. Meanwhile, Shea McNeely's not looking in the rearview mirror. He's looking up ahead at the bumper of Jack Lucas. Into the chicane, 4 wheels off the ground, just like we love these Porsche Cups. There we go, 4 wheels off the ground again, landing. And the gimbal cam and the slipstream. Shea McNeely gets a run outside of 2 wide in the Daytona high banks. Sun still shining, setting, but shining on the Daytona Speedway as they cross the line side by side. This is going to be a drag race to the finish line. 27.5 minutes from now, we're just past the halfway mark. Adam, I'm sweating. Feels like it's been racing, like we've been racing for 23.5 hours, and now it's the final 30 minutes of a big race. I'm loving the action that we're seeing. Look at Jason Wahlberg, your points leader in third. Here is Nathan Westland. I believe that's Nick Moffitt, right?
That's correct. Nick Moffitt is your AM Division race leader, currently 9th overall. which puts Nathan Westland 9th in his division.
Yeah.
So this pass won't be
In class.
4 points. But Nathan has to start making some time up if he wants to try to catch up to Steve Hansel and Justin Flagg. So everyone is now pitted.
I can't call it. We're just going to have to watch this race play out right in front of our eyes. I don't have a favorite, of course. I like all these guys. Everybody's fast. Everybody's had their day in the spotlight. Whose day is it going to be today? Sit back. Let's find out together, because right now Shea McNeely is the leader. Adam, do you want to be leading the last lap, or you want to be leading coming out of the Le Mans chicane, or do you want to be in the slipstream?
I don't think so. I think you want to have a chance to make a run to the line. The draft is fairly strong unless you're able to break free. And even then, if the cars behind you are still able to work together and get in line, Jason Phillips has been putting in a lot more time on the ovals. He can get himself a draft train put together nice and quick. You can see he made his way back up into that group. Michael Odell here. So it won't matter unless for some reason his strategy comes into play later in the race, where either the extra time on the tires or he needs to fuel save, something along those lines. I was wrong. Jason Phillips actually has lost positions. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, looks like Phillips is down. Come on.
Yeah, he's down 9 spots in class, so I'm not sure what.
Well, now seems like a good time to play his clip, though. I'm disappointed I didn't play it sooner, but, Jason Phillips has been a staple of the Midwest Motorsports Road Series for a while, former champion. We can ride with Jason. I'd like to play a clip from him.
Excited to get back with the group. Just going to kind of wing it, go from there. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, I guess the years I've been on the sim, that I having that experience, but I mean the oval stuff, it's still something I'm still learning, is fuel mileage and taking care of your tires, which that's the big thing. But it's been a learning experience. I wish I'd have done it sooner. Last one I did was last year. Me and Shay, Zach, Robert Sanders, and Michael Harris, we all did the 24 hours, and we won our split.
Only one way to go from here, I guess, is to get another win tonight. What would that be like?
My win tonight's just to finish and hopefully not take anybody else out.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it looks like he's accomplished his goal of not taking anybody out tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see exactly what happened to him. I'm sure he'll tell us in the chat later on. But Jason's a great guy. We talked about the oval racing there is what he was talking about. He's learned a lot from the oval about fuel saving and tire saving and learning the way the tires work. So anyway, we're glad you're back, Jason, even if you are 43 seconds back in 12th place in the pros right now. Big competitive field. One mistake is all it takes, and you can lose a minute just like that.
Yeah, Jason, ever the gentleman, always willing to, if he doesn't feel like he has the race, to try to at least do everything he can to not put anybody else in a bad position. So always a thoughtful driver.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention, he's very fast. Speaking of very fast, back up front we go. I mean, it's a drag race out of the Le Mans chicane to the start-finish line every lap for these 4 guys as we're still too wide. Almost every lap, Jack leaves lots of room for Wahlberg to sneak through as Michael Liddell has caught up. to the top 4. So as expected,
Yeah, so it looks like the time that Jason lost was in the pits. His pit lane
Oh.
time was about 40 seconds longer than everybody else. So
I
he
know
was
what
stopped
happened.
for a minute.
So I don't know what happened. I'm going to guess. I've heard this happen to other guys that didn't know. Michael Odell even, it happens to all of us, Jason. So you come into the pits, you forget that the Porsche Cup rules, remember, you're not allowed to change tires and fuel at the same time. So my guess is these guys took the
potentially.
fuel and did not change tires, and Jason did, thinking that they were going to happen at the same time. Or these guys may have taken 2, where Jason took 4. And that took another 25 seconds. I'm not sure. But either way.
It is a significant time penalty to take the tires. Again, the pit stop in this series is simulating a series in which you do not have a full complement of highly efficient pit crews to jump over the wall and do the changes while your gas man fuels. So the car fuels and then the tires get changed in this series. And that's why you'll see drivers extend the life of the tires, because the savings, or the benefit, if you look at it that way, of taking new tires versus the penalty can be significant and influence the outcome. Ooh, just a little, almost a hip check there. Jason Wahlberg had to get out wide just to stay safe, but is going to stay in the second position there. But yeah, that is possible that he was not prepared for tires to be essentially it added on, compounded to your pit stop time, instead of trying to figure out how long fueling takes and if you can get 2 tires changed within that time, which is what you might do in a GT3. Nick Moffitt still with Nathan Westland, running 10th overall, has a 16-second gap to Kyle Ryan. So really strong run. Almost wonder if because Kyle has been running solo, he hasn't had the benefit of a draft. Oh no, he kissed it off the wall just now. Hopefully that didn't cause any damage, but should be okay.
Merely a flesh wound. Again, difference in pit stops. Kyle Ryan, 43 seconds. Nick Moffitt, 23 seconds. So 20-second difference. Only half of this, 8-second split. So Nick Moffitt trying to do it on 0 tires. Kyle Ryan doing it with tires. A longer pit stop at least. Uh-oh. Jason Wahlberg loses a little traction coming out of the International Horseshoe. He go through the kink. Jack Lucas wisely decides not to go too wide through the kink. Not this lap anyway, with 18 minutes to go.
In a race like this where the draft can play a strong impact, it's hard to look just at lap times as performance, because the tenths that you can pick up in the draft are significant, and without them it's difficult to make that time up on execution and performance. So right now, Nick Moffitt a couple tenths quicker than Kyle Ryan's fastest lap. And again, I would wonder if potentially that's because he hasn't been with somebody to share some of that draft. Oh, no.
Oh, that's Christopher Rowe around. It was like that was Jesse Coffey.
Justin Flagg.
Flagg makes it through.
Nicely avoiding.
Was that Coffey waiting for him in the bus stop? We might get a replay of that. I'm not sure. He waited for Rowe as well. That's respect. And there's Steve Hansel.
Yeah.
Nate Westland, which means Nick Moffitt's right there. Yeah, there might have been a touch. Oh, that was unfortunate. Did he pit maneuver himself or was he cleared? Here goes Jesse Coffey on the braking. It looks like he goes inside and makes a look, but doesn't. Definitely not alongside yet. Just can't stop quite quick enough. I know it wasn't intentional. And Rowe has no idea that he's there. Oh, I know that wasn't intentional. Yeah. And respect to Jesse for lifting. I know we'll find out about on Jesse Coffey's screen. Ours and Coffee.
Now Steve is just spun in turn 1.
Did he get some help? Oh. This is coming off. Start finish line into turn 1. Nate Westland. Steve Hansel going in 3 car lengths deeper than Nate Westland. And carries too much speed. Off throttle oversteer. As soon as you lift, realize you're not going to make it. There goes the Porsche. Swapping ends with the engine in the back over the rear axle.
Yeah, a little bit of maintenance throttle maybe to keep that thing through.
Nothing you can do. Once you modulate the trail brake and release the pressure on the fronts, the rear end's coming around.
But I liked the look of that aggressive maneuver up the inside. He took it deep, and it looked like it was going to work out okay. Just got the weight shifted a little too much.
Nothing venture, nothing gain, Steve. Give it a shot. You got to go for it, especially with 15 minutes to go.
I'm on the record as a supporter of aggressive Steve. Not malicious, just aggressive. Going for it.
There was no contact. That was all aggression there. Christian Geyer got a yellow. Maybe off track. Troy Nissan working 5th in class. Just in front of him is Aaron Mitchell. This is a battle for position.
There's Travis Rhodes. Travis Rhodes is currently ahead of Troy.
Oh,
and
sorry.
Then, here is Aaron Mitchell.
There you go.
Just a little bit up the road. So just under 4 seconds. Justin Shoup has been holding it down. He is in 3rd right now. Aaron Mitchell is not far behind though, so
We're just racing up and down the field.
Yeah. And there's a decent mix right now of the top 5 in the AM division are mixing it up with the pro drivers. Nicholas and Nathan have been working together and battling for some time now. Justin Flagg trying to get back to this group.
He's in the top 5.
He's about 19 seconds back. Jack Lucas, but yeah, exactly. He's done everything but catch the lead pack that he was once part of.
That's amazing. There's only enough time.
Justin's fast.
Takes more than just being fast to win in Midwest Motorsports. You have to do everything right, every lap, every pit stop. It is so hard to win one of these things, which is why we love talking to you guys after the race, because we know and we appreciate how hard it is to get a win in the Midwest Motorsports League. And these guys are showing us tonight exactly why. Whether you're a pro or an AM, there's space for you in the league. As you can see, there's racing. You always have somebody to race with. Our road series has grown tremendously, and we're having a great time with it.
Yeah, great to see 35 cars out on track tonight. The more cars in the field, the easier it is for everybody to have somebody to mix it up with.
I think that's the slogan for Snellville, Georgia. Snellville, Georgia, where everybody's somebody. I think that's
I
on
was
there.
gonna say everybody's somebody to mix it up with. Sounds
Yeah, that's,
sounds aggressive, but I don't think that's what their intent is.
hey, sometimes we like the aggressive, Steve. Isn't that what you said? Hey,
That's right. He's I don't believe he's from. I don't believe he's from Snellville.
No, Bill, he
Shorterville,
might
but
not be. Okay. Aggression's okay, especially if you love the ones you're with. Travis Rhodes cranking it out. Here's the race again with Aaron Mitchell. In class, out of class, it doesn't matter. You get a slipstream from somebody. Maybe that's Justin Flagg's best friend right now. I don't know if he can make up 20 seconds in 11 minutes. But he's trying.
looks like he might have lost about 2 seconds from last we were checking in.
Jack Lucas and Jason Wahlberg losing touch with. No, they're not. They're still right there. Shea McNeely and Michael Odell. Shea McNeely in traffic now. I think that's Rhodes.
Sometimes with the
Grover.
irony and the jokes Jack Lucas is up to, I wonder if he's losing touch with reality, but he's not losing touch with the podium positions. He's right there.
Patrick Grover giving the slipstream, going to help Shea this time. There's Keith. What's up, Keith? Good to see Keith Hurlbut still racing with us. Patrick Grover in the German-colored Porsche. Going to miss the chicane, letting the leaders through. Come on, Jack. Sneak through. Nice job. So hard for Patrick to know how to let all four guys go without losing spots. And shout out to him. Francis Faustino's caught up to Patrick, but just barely. So, Patrick, you did great. Thanks a lot for picking the right time to let everybody go.
Yeah, frustrating for Patrick to have qualified so well and really was running very fast. Had a great gap on Kyle Ryan, but just lost the car and lost those positions. So he's choosing to be a good friend to these guys with his race on the recovery mode. Troy is feeling it tonight. He's up one position from where he started, but he's made up a couple just in the past few laps. Under 10 minutes to go. Nick Moffitt has a 19-second gap to second place in the AM division. Not going to get any relief from Nathan Westland, though. CJ had an unfortunate spin. Currently 13th in class. He's got Travis Rhodes behind him. Aaron Mitchell ahead.
They're coming for you, Adam. Watch out. They're looking for you.
Who's that?
Outside the police, I just heard sirens. It's all good.
Oh, did you hear sirens over my microphone?
Yep. I figured the cops might be coming, knocking on your door any minute.
Life
Hey,
in
it's
the
all
city.
good.
I was hoping I hadn't offended the YouTube chat.
It's all good. We've made it. Adam's still with us, so that's a good thing too. I got bail money if you ever need it. Michael Odell leading the way. Jason Wahlberg looking for a way around Shea McNeely. We're coming up on the last 7 minutes. Good run for Jason Wahlberg. Oh, he's getting away. Actually, he's losing time. Now he's in the slipstream. The counter starts going back down the other way. Is there going to be enough by the time they get to the Le Mans chicane? We'll find out. Maybe not. Next lapper's exiting the chicane now, so we have a few more laps. We may not catch up to the next lap guy. Looks like Shea doing a good job avoiding that second curb. These guys have figured the chicane out by now. Flag has lost the spot again to Christopher Rowe.
They're all smart guys. They can figure it out.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Yeah, Christopher Rowe must have been able to take advantage of a good run there. Jesse Coffey there as well.
These guys are so fast as well. These would be up in the top 3 and top 4 battling it out with them as well. They lost the slipstream and lose 20 seconds pretty easily.
This entire trio, victims of the Le Mans chicane. This pack just has not quit. You could throw a blanket over him.
Even a small blanket would fit over the top 4. And the second 4 as well. Oh, what a race.
Can you order a Midwest Motorsports blanket?
Hey, new merch. New merch on the way. DM Adam Sondag on Discord. He'll get it right to you. Tie-dye. We got it in Midwest Motorsports tie colors.
I can make some.
There you go. Look at Michael Harris. We heard from Jason Phillips earlier, Michael Harris driving partner from the win in class in their split at Daytona 24 special event. So good to see Michael Harris, our broadcast partner, knocking down the Oval Series on Friday nights and Sunday nights. If you're an Oval guy, Midwest-Motorsports.com is where you can sign up. Michael Harris is your broadcast announcer.
He was humble before the race when he was chatting with us. Seems like he's doing pretty well. Just constant swapping between this group. You really got to hand it to these guys for being side by side through this many sections of track for an hour without any incident to report. Leaving plenty of room for one another.
Again, from lap 1, these guys have cranked it out. We see a couple of new guys in the chat. Give you a race recap real quick. For 57 minutes now, these guys have gone nose to tail up and down the field. Everybody, the top 4, it was top 6 for the first pit stop, the first 25, 30 minutes. Michael Odell stopped 2 laps before Jason, Shea, and Jack. And now Michael Odell has caught back up. Jason Phillips back in the event tonight. You might recognize that name. If you're a Midwest Motorsports follower. Fan, exactly. And so it's good to have Jason back tonight. He's racing with us. And the slipstream is in effect, like you said.
Wow. Incredible bump from push from Shea Keselowski.
And that puts Jason Wahlberg back to 3rd. But only barely, as he wants to fight back now. Give me this lap and one more, I think. Jack
I'm
Lucas.
sure Michael is grateful that they keep switching positions behind him. Just letting him put his laps down.
Yes. That's exactly what you want to see. Oh, who was that in the multicolored car? I'm sorry.
Might have been Ben Matson.
Ben. Oh no, Justin
Oh
Flagg.
no, Justin Flagg.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That was all by himself, I think.
He's still in the top 10 in class. Has a decent gap back to Jason Geyer, but that's going to drop him off from Christopher Rowe and Jesse Coffey.
So actually, this battle is back on. You know, this is a good reason, again, to advocate for more sportsmanship. Yes, these two got into it earlier. Jesse could have taken off and left Christopher Rowe in the dirt, spinning behind him. Instead, he waits for him, and now they get to race it out to the checkered flag. So I love this play by both of these guys for just racing hard, having fun. We're league racing, not for money. We're just here to enjoy the race, enjoy racing, timing our rigs, getting fast, learning from each other, and now we're racing to the line. We have some adrenaline pumping through our veins. Jason Phillips and Kyle Ryan going at it. Kyle Ryan, P2 in class, leading the points for the AM division. He's got somebody to race with. Nick Moffitt is about 28 seconds up the road. Jason Phillips, first day back, had a lot of practice. Doesn't look like he's gotten any slower. It was all pit strategy to set Jason back. Oh, flag with the black flag.
Oh,
Too many incidents, possibly.
one too many spins.
20 seconds to go. Coming to the checkered flag. The top four, nose to tail. Nick Moffitt, nose to tail with Nate Westland.
Yeah, Nate's been around since the GT3, GT4 season.
And the leaders, Michael Odell, 0.8 of a second up the road. This is the race to the Le Mans chicane. The race is for second right now unless they get a big run. Jack Lucas up to third. Gets by Jason Wahlberg. Now let's see. Are Shea McNeely and Jack Lucas going to get a run on Michael Odell? Michael Odell is a sitting duck. Does Jack Lucas have the slipstream to stay behind Shea?
Yeah, it looked
Catch
like
Michael
he had a
and get
run.
around. Do you push Shea or do you go around him? He goes around him. Coming to the line. Michael Odell is up the road. And it's going to be Michael Odell unless miracles happen. The race is for second. And it's going to be Michael Odell for the win. And I believe Shea McNeely gets it by 0.01 over Jack Lucas. And Jason Wahlberg right there as well. Michael Odell with the win. There's Jesse. Christopher Rowe gets Jesse Coffey across the line. Here's Nicholas Moffitt with the AM division win. Sold out crowd at Daytona.
What a great season for Nick Moffitt already.
Jason Geyer and Jason Phillips. Jason did get a new front end. Jason Phillips pops out the last second. The drag race to the line is going to be Jason Geyer. Just barely.
Kyle Ryan closing out second there.
Good run for Kyle. Secures his points lead.
Justin Shoup going to come across third. Aaron Mitchell coming through for a top 5. It's a great finish for Aaron.
Roy Nissen.
And here comes our buddy, Michael Harris. 6th place for Michael. Great run for Michael. Kept the car clean, knew the track. What a race. That lead 4 battled for an entire hour plus a lap. I'll run down your results here. While James
Thanks, everybody.
gets his pulled up for interviews.
I will.
In the AM division, it was a great start for Patrick Grover, who put it on the front. But an incident in the early first quarter, third of the race dropped him back down. Nicholas Moffitt, though, after the pits cycle, worked himself out in first and stayed there, battled with Nathan Westland all race long. Great win for Nicholas Moffitt. Kyle Ryan in second. Kyle had a run there in first before the pit cycle, but stayed in second thereafter. Justin Shoup, a nice third place finish. Aaron Mitchell, a great finish in fourth. Troy Nissen, fifth. Michael Harris, a great run in sixth. Sixth place for the number 6 car. Patrick Grover finishing seventh. Keith Hurlbut, a nice finish in eighth. Kevin Mayer, also a nice finish in ninth. Race director Josh Watt, a top 10. Newcomer Benjamin Matson, 11th. Pablo Araya had a couple incidents, ended up 12th. Christopher Hopper, 13th. Taylor Montague, 14th. Eric Hagel, 15th. Jordan Nissen, 16th. And Gerard, 17th. I'm not sure if that Gerard started the race. And in the Pro Division, what a run for Michael Odell. The 4-pack of Michael Odell, Shea McNeely, Jack Lucas, and Jason Wahlberg were together the entire race. They had Jason Phillips and Justin Flagg with them early on. That 6-pack was strong. Unfortunately, Justin Flagg dropped off when he had an incident in the Lamar chicane, and Jason Phillips had a very long pit stop, potentially taking tires on top of the fuel, compounding the pit time that dropped him back. Michael Odell first place, Shea McNeely second, Jack Lucas with a nice third, Jason Wahlberg in fourth. You're not going to see him drop out of the fifth yet this season. Christopher Rowe fifth, Jesse Coffey sixth, Nathan Westland seventh, Jason Geyer eighth, Jason Phillips finishing ninth, Chris Goldsmith 10th, Alex Crocker, a newcomer, joining tonight in 11th, Travis Rhodes 12th, David Stark 13th, CJ Barzak 14, Chet Miller 15, Justin Flagg 16, Francis Faustino 17, Steve Hansel 18, and that is your race for tonight.
Who could ask for a better 60 minutes of Midwest Motorsports Porsche Cup racing? I couldn't ask for much more. I tell you what, we saw action from the drop of the green flag, and he called it last week for his win, his 4th win of the season. We talked to the race winner tonight, Nick Moffitt, at Sebring last week, and he said he's going to do the same thing at Daytona. You did it, stayed in Florida, and you stayed on the top. Congratulations on a great win, Nick. How'd it go for you?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Honestly, just a great race. Felt comfortable the whole time. Was able to just kind of hang with some pros, chill in their draft, and we kind of passed back and forth there, but really just was able to take advantage of some misfortune for everybody else and go from there.
I don't know if I call it misfortune. I think Kyle was ahead of you until the pit stop, then you never saw him again. His stop, probably you may have taken tires, I'm not sure, but was your plan going in knowing that you weren't going to take tires, or was that a game time decision?
Yeah, I tend to go without tires. I think an hour is long enough for these tires, and just kind of cruise with what you know. I'd rather have the track position than try to come from behind.
Right on. Plus any maybe tire warm-up lost time there?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if he had some sort of incident on pit lane or what was going on, because he was pretty well ahead of me there.
Yeah, 40-second stop. Yours was 23, so that was the biggest difference. But at the end of the day, you had 47 seconds ahead of him, so you definitely brought some speed tonight. What was it like racing with the pros? I mean, you were up inside the top 10, Nicholas. I think that says a lot about your driving, being able to race and contend with the guys. Believe me, Kyle was up there as well, deep inside the top 10. What's that like, knowing that you're an AM, maybe not trying to interfere with the race, but also, I mean, you got a good slipstream off of them too, so you kind of want them to be your friend and work together. Talk us through your brain while you're in the moments there.
For sure. Just me and Westland, honestly, were pushing each other all day, trying to get up with that lead pack. We didn't quite get there, but really made some progress there. And it's kind of nice because you can just know you're comfortable with those guys. You know they're going to race you cleanly. It's pretty nice.
It was a lot of fun to watch. Thanks for entertaining us, Nicholas. Congratulations on a great race tonight.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Nick, congrats.
Oh, sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to leave you out, man. You want to talk to
you're
Michael
okay.
Odell first, man? Bring us in with Michael.
Michael, man, what a run. That was the 6-pack to 5-pack to 4-pack. And the 4-pack swapping all along toward the end there, the 3 behind you were swapping and leaving you to mind your own race. How much fun were you having? I mean, that was a blast for us to watch. It was hard to cut away from the lead pack.
Oh, I was having a ton of fun. The whole time I'm like trying to count, because the first start of the race, when it was the 6 of us or 5 of us, I'm like, okay, if only one car is within a half a second of you, and then behind you they're 1.3 back, you're bringing all 6 with everywhere. It's like having it where you take one kid to go shop and the other kid just kind of grabs onto your hip and says, I'm going with either way since you bringing him. And it's that with just 6 cars. And I'm like, okay, I gotta figure out how to manage this for the end game, because if it was, I did not really the math, because I can't pull out a calculator while I'm driving, that'd be insane, but the guesstimates were, if I wasn't a half a second ahead from a solo car and about 7 to 8 tenths if they started pushing each other, I would lose at the line. So the entirety of the race, I was just driving with that in mind, and that's why you saw initially, once I hooked back on, I was kind of hesitant to try to lead the front and really hurt the tires. And I'm not gonna outrun them unless I pull really good sectors and have a car to kind of put between us. So I'm like, I'll bide time, keep the tires clean, and then once near the end of the race, try to really use that tire advantage. And it seemed like it held on just enough. And then also they started going side by side at the end. I was kind of surprised to see that. If they were to push each other, they probably would have had me.
Yeah, I think unfortunately, Jason Phillips did clarify he got a slowdown coming out of Le Mans before he pitted, had time left on his slowdown when he pitted, so he got a stop and hold for 42 seconds, and that's what ultimately dropped him from being in that group. I was telling James when I thought that Jason was still in that pack, that with his growing experience as an oval driver, he might be getting the line organized for that for that outside draft to overtake you. So his oval experience might have been missed there.
Yeah, it seemed like that would have been a really big factor, especially at the end, because he probably would have been able to get some sort of organized push on that last lap. That would have been.
Yeah, it wasn't looking like you wanted to lead on the last lap, but
no,
that's a great race, and I think definitely something to look forward to on other tracks where the draft will come into play. James, what do you got?
Oh man, I'm still as pumped up as you are, Michael. I'm sure your adrenaline's flowing. But what a great race, man. There's a couple times we saw you 4 wheels off the ground in the Le Mans chicane. What was the curbing like? Anything else special on track you remember that sticks out?
I didn't know I joined NASA's space program. I'll have to get some stickers on the side.
That's right.
The only other areas because turn 1, they removed the esport line. So if you went wide like I did in quali, it ruins your lap or it gives you a 1x and a slowdown. So it was nice seeing that they kind of lined it up more with the real world. The bus stop, it was tough. The bus stop was just in general was really the hard point. That and turns 2 and 3, the curbing. If you saw, I got a little generous with them, and it would really cause the car to bounce pretty violently. So other than those two, the most of it was just get good exits, don't overshoot because it's a long straight afterwards, and hold on for dear life as the 5-pack goes by.
Yeah, again, a lot of fun. 4 races this year on the season, 3 wins for you, Michael. Congratulations on another great win. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Any plans for the rest of the season?
As far as I know, my commitment's here for the rest of the season. So if I either, with the 2 drops and the one, because I missed Sebring, and then I had the badge showing at Watkins Glen, so Watkins Glen will probably be taken. Then it'll be Road America and Sebring will be my drops. If I have a chance to make a run for championship or even top 3 in it, I'll take it.
Yeah, we hope so too, man. Well, we're glad to hear that you're going to make the rest of the events. I'm sure everybody else also is glad to hear because you set the standard and everybody wants to beat the standard. So again, congratulations on a great win. I mean, 3 wins out of 4 races, pretty tough.
I guess
to beat,
I'll have to up the standards again.
Yeah, you have a target on your back too, though, because I know a lot of guys here in this league are capable of it. You've seen it. We saw it tonight again. As we see it each and every week, these guys are fast within a 1/10 of a second of a lap of each other for 60 minutes. So you got to bring your A game if you're going to come racing tonight.
That's the best part. That's anyone's race from fourth on back.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
we love it. Thanks again for joining us, Michael. Congratulations on a great win, and we'll look for you next time. Adam, thanks again for joining me tonight, man. What a great race. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, we keep seeing good racing, and I don't see any reason it shouldn't continue. We've got Michael Odell locked in for the rest of the season. Hopefully, we've got the rest of the leaders in both classes. We could also have you, if you want to join Midwest-Motorsports.com, get in here, get in the race. 35 cars on track tonight. Great battles all up and down. We'll see you next week.
For all the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league great, for Adam Sondag, I'm James Johnson, reminding you to stay in your lane. We'll see you at Monza next week.
And I approve of this message.